I'm Janet Fielding, and I played Tegan Jovanka in Doctor Who, and this is the legend of the travelling TARDIS.
Greetings, fellow Whovians, one and all. Welcome again to another edition of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And as always, we have always a special episode, so why not even bother saying it? We have a special episode tonight. Doctor, who is going to be the next Doctor? We're going to be asking that question since new Doctor. Well, I mean, it's kind of difficult, really, to say. It's we know there's a Christmas special, but we know nothing about it. We think there's a new Doctor, but we know nothing about them. So hopefully we're going to help RTD try to decide who should be the next Doctor. And we're going to get your chats as well and your take on who the next Doctor should be, the 16th Doctor. And I've read everybody's, we're going to be showing pictures of everybody's ideal Doctor. And also, you get to comment and you get to place your ideas. Well, I've seen a lot of people in the chats right now talking about their ideal Doctor. And if you're lucky, we will go through the chats and we will be talking about what you think is the best idea for a Doctor. And we're going to be talking about that, as well as you're going to be talking about our picks as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the team. Wow, that was just a slow start. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring in... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just having that kind of night. If you notice, this curtain is just popping out. It's just a weird night. Just a weird night. But don't let it bother you. The lovely Melanie Dean. How you doing there, Melanie? Yes.
Poor Christian was wrestling with that curtain.
I know.
A fair amount before the show. So I mean, it's fine. I think no one's gonna notice. But now we're all gonna be staring at it, going, "What is in that little tiny sliver that we can see?"
You know what? I think I will be one night. I will go through, because this whole studio has been redesigned by Chrissy.
Ooh.
It is a complete 180, because if anybody has seen like 10 episodes ago, there were boxes. It was cramped in. I literally was like this, having the studio with everything that was going on, and Chrissy has just made it so wonderful. She's an awesome woman. She is awesome.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. So hopefully one day I will unveil this curtain so you can see what's behind it and what she has done. I might do it tonight. We'll see. We might see it tonight there. How's it going there, Melanie, by the way?
Very, very wonderful over here. Can't wait to talk about this episode and what everybody is going, what selections everyone has in store. And again, as Christian said, please put your ideas, who we would love to see, who, just get in the chats and let's pontificate on who the next Doctor could be. Maybe.
That would be great. And speaking of doctors, let's bring in the Doctor himself, Dr. Rob Lupo, the Orlando Wizard. How you doing there, Rob? Thanks for coming back.
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me this time. Boy, man, it's been crazy since MegaCon, hasn't it?
It's been an insane asylum with MegaCon. Melanie, what did you think about MegaCon this year? I mean,
it's wonderful as always. It's going to have its high points. It's going to have its low points, but we're going to be back in. When I say low points, I mean just like the crowds and how many people. But we're back in West again next year, so because North South is getting an overhaul. It's going to be under construction. So
okay, so definitely we'll be back in East and West.
We are definitely back in West. They are going to change the layout, just a couple tweaks here and there. I was talking to one of the coordinators, but
Does that mean they're going to put Wild Bills on one side and on the other side, and not both on one side?
I know.
that was crazy. As people who don't know, Wild Bills makes this like old fashioned soda, and it's absolutely delicious.
Yep.
And they even do diet sodas. And then normally, like at MegaCon, they always have 2 booths, and you can buy these big, huge mugs. And this year, they had both of the booths on the far wall of one side, instead of putting one on one side and one in the food court like they've done in the past. So for those of us who got their tag for unlimited soda for the whole weekend, we had to walk all the way across the quad to get there. But
we had to work for it. We really had to work for it.
We did. Yeah. But MegaCon was actually really, really good this year. It was busy. I didn't get to film as much as I wanted to, but overall, it was quite enjoyable. Met some new friends.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
It's always great to meet new friends as well as reuniting with old ones. But so, speaking of filming at MegaCon, let's go ahead and bring in our producer for today, the Reverend Amagon, Tom. Tom, wake up! Come on, man. Show started. This is going to be exciting, dude.
Oh, bringing back things. Yeah, Wild Bills is on this side and this side. So you go from one end, you get your fill, you drink it all the way up, and then you get your refill on the other end.
I would just think they would have put it by the food courts, which would
right. Well, then you have to walk all the way,
sense.
because we're on the other end of the area. So we'd walk all the way over there, get the refill, and then we're almost empty by the time we get back to where the booth was. But I have a really good relationship with him. I talk to him a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited about this episode.
I think this is going to be a fun episode. I've been wanting. It's an episode we do like every time that we get a new doctor in and out. But I was just like, this one is just like, okay, we kind of have a doctor. Maybe. We're not exactly sure. We were not given our due as far as doctor is concerned. It was just like, oh, here's Billy Piper. And then we didn't get that little tagline saying, and the next doctor, and so is the next doctor, or something like that. We were just kind of left in limbo. But let's bring in our good friend from Our Philosophy, Sean. How you doing, Sean? Thanks for coming by.
I'm doing great. I'm excited to hear what other people's picks are. I feel like I'm back in a cozy, warm living room here in the studio here, because I was out today. It's election day, which means everyone's rushing around, and it's like raining sideways here. And yeah, I had to walk to my polling location today, and I was able to rush back and come here. And now I'm ready to hear some exciting picks, and also the chat. Like we said before, if you've got something in mind, drop something in the chat as well. And because this is a question that a lot of people have on their minds, and I don't know who they're gonna pick. Probably not my pick, but you know, I still like to speculate in the meantime, so pretty excited.
Exactly. And like I said, tonight, Team TARDIS will be talking about a potential Who next Doctor, which will be the 16th Doctor. Give us your take. And if you're good, we may choose your choice on the show tonight. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and let's bring in our news girl. Where did Rob go? He disappeared. Whoopsie.
He stepped away for a moment, but
He stepped away from a moment. You're experiencing technical difficulties at this time, but remain seated in your... Never mind. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring in... Push the button, Max. The other button.
I was on the wrong screen.
You can have that button.
Hey. Before we get to our news girl, wait, no.
I was in the news girl.
Before we get to our news girl, and Melanie, I think you'll appreciate this. I went to a convention this past weekend, and there was no way in hell I was going to pass this up. And a little pricey, but it's something that I've always wanted, and now it shall be sitting on a shelf forever with amongst friends.
Grogu.
Yoda.
You got the TARDIS.
TARDIS.
You did it.
Finally got the TARDIS.
The door opens.
Oh, you better get plastic around that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plastic. around. It's-
No, the hard case. You need to get the hard plastic case around that. They have
That's
special.
the giant one.
What's
This
the
could be
pop
harder
protector?
to find.
Oh
I
dear.
knew that. Yeah, I will probably. Well, believe it or
I
not,
saw that at New York Comic Con and I couldn't even afford it. So I'm wondering how you got a deal.
I begged.
Good lad.
You haggled. You
I-
haggled.
Well, here was the thing. It was in the triple digits, and the
Yeah,
guy-
I know. That's what
Oh.
I'm saying. Yeah.
it's in the triple digits. And the guy who sold it to me, he goes, you know what? Let's check to see the price of it now. Maybe it went down. Mm-mm.
No, No, no.
And what he was
no,
offering,
no.
and then he turns to me and goes, well, what do you think it's worth? I mean, how much do you have on you? And I said, well, I have this much. He goes, I'll meet you halfway.
Christian, can I just say one thing? Did he show you the price of it being 4 digits? Because that's what I saw it at Comic Con.
No, I will. I'm not gonna buy something like this for 4 digits. I'm
They
just
had,
like,
yeah, one booth had it for 4 digits at New York Comic Con.
no way.
Yeah.
I will prostitute myself before I do that.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
anyway,
Hold a Kenny Loggins.
What's also where cash comes in handy because sometimes
Yeah.
the cash price is a little bit
Yes.
in your favor.
yes, I will confess that cash did come very handy at this point because they make a better offer. if they
Cash
could
is
do the
king.
cash.
Mhm.
Exactly. But without further ado, let's bring on the queen of the news.
Well, let me
just wanted to
give
show
a shout
people
out
that.
also to Wild Bill and Mike Russo, who I've been speaking to. And thank you for dealing with soldiers because my dad is a Vietnam vet, and this is the soda that I will sponsor forever and bring them to conventions if I have to because they honor soldiers. And with Dad being a
Mhm.
soldier, thank you. And this is Mike. He's from here in the New York area and stuff. And he even offered to do a promotional with our shows and everything. So we'll get in touch with him and see what happens and stuff. And also, I found something while I was cleaning, Christian. My original.
Oh my god!
Uh-huh.
The
Every con I went to, you
logo.
made me wear this with my gadget
Oh
gloves.
my god!
I found it. Look at that.
That was
Talk about our anniversary. I had to
that
wear
was
this
the
every
original
convention.
logo. I think it was the very first logo of the Legend of the Traveling
Yeah.
TARDIS.
You had
And you
these
had the band
made.
too.
Remember, you had these made for each of us. Do you have yours,
Yes.
Mel?
No, there's no way I got rid of it. I had the banner here for the longest
Yeah.
time. That was the
I had
keyboard
because
with the
going around
banner.
with the TARDIS, nobody believed me, and I thought this would be breaking news. The original logo, so people could realize and put the two shows together. Because with the new logo, I think that confuses some people. Maybe we'll get more likes now. But this
I
is
know
how
that.
old that is.
I had a friend of mine make that logo a long
Mm-hmm.
time ago, and if anybody put it back up for just a second,
Yeah.
if anybody recognizes, you notice the TARDIS is TT.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was her rendition of it, and essentially one day I went ahead and made. I wouldn't say I made, but I went and found somebody on the internet who was making logos too. They were making logos similar to this,
Mhm.
and I said, "Yeah, I want to
Commission.
thank you. I want to commission you
welcome.
guys for this." And it wasn't pricey at all. And I said, he goes, well, what needs to be in? And I said, a TARDIS and a microphone. That's all I told him as far as the instructions. And lo and behold, they made this. So I'm
Yep.
I'm happy that we've kept it for years. But I do
That's
miss
just
I do
when I
miss
started with you. That like I'm cleaning. I found my old badges. I found all my badges from con, and I said, "What is?" And I saw this part, and I was like, "Okay." And then I turned it around, and I'm like, "Oh, there it is."
Mhm.
That's how everybody knew us when we went to conventions. So
Oh.
that's breaking news to see that. And I'm sorry I'm blowing you guys out with the light and everything because I don't know what's going on with lighting anymore on these cameras now with all the other stuff. I got to get a screen for it. But since we're on a happy note, why don't we start with who's in our actual trailer? John Rhys Davies, who celebrates his 82nd birthday on actually today, May 5th. We actually got it on the same day for him. And he doesn't age. He does not. He looks really good, you know? And
How old is he now?
82.
And he loves the fans. I have a friend who is a vendor at a convention where there was nobody at one point. I mean, like nobody was around, and he he felt so bad for the vendors because they weren't making any money or anything, and he went up and he had the vendors come up to him and he took care of them as far as like photos and signatures. The entire
Everyone calls him
vendor
like a
group,
philanthropist. He's like basically,
he's
yeah.
sweet guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to a convention, he's there. Stop by. He's totally worth it. He loves
Bring him
it.
sweets.
Anyway,
him
I only
Good.
I only meant to take one picture of him, and he insisted that I take 10. I mean, he just said, keep clicking, keep clicking, and he just moved around. This one's my favorite picture where he's taking the TARDIS and being like, no, I'm not going to give that back to you. But
He's a
there's
big
like a
kid.
ton.
That's why he doesn't look old. He's like, he doesn't age. He's a big kid.
I love him to death.
Mhm.
I hope I get to meet him again. He's awesome. I hope he gets to get on Doctor Who.
Oh no, like he's got to do a guest spot. Like even if
Yeah.
it's children in need, he's got to do a guest spot. You know, because all the doctors like should just take him and bring him on. I would love him to do the master. Just
could be
maybe
the-
the master.
He could be the Doctor. I mean, he's
Could
good.
be, but think about it. What if he did the master? It would be out of character for him, and he might be like, a twist.
Oh, he's
He's
too
sweet.
funny too. I mean, like I love the guy. Ever since I met him, he was just the sweet man. I'm just like, I can't see him as a bad guy.
You can't like.
No,
think
especially
about
after Sliders and all those shows. so-
Okay,
Sliders.
I'll give you
Oh, I
that
love
one.
You beat me.
I'll give you that one, but especially now with a horror that could be anything. We have the two directors and actresses. I gotta make sure I say it right. Jen and Sylvia. As you know them, they have done Dead Hooker in a Trunk, See No Evil 2, and American Mary. They turn actually 43, and basically, I'm just trying to see if they have anything coming up recently or anything. But the last one they did was Festival of the Living Dead, where they both directed, wrote, and acted in, as well as the last TV show they did was Hellevator, where they had acting and hosting like a starring role. But these two, maybe they could be the master. Missy's kids, maybe
Maybe. Well,
they're good on horror,
I think I saw a picture of one of them. I think Jen was cosplaying Missy.
Okay.
And they are big Whovians, of both of them. Now, for people who may not be familiar with the Soska sisters, you can follow them on their X page. But yeah, as Gadget mentioned, they were on the Game Show Network for a show called Hellevator.
Yep.
And if you're not familiar with it, it was pretty much that. You went to different floors and had to survive each floor. And each floor had a horror. Like something was chasing you, or you had like a Saw type puzzle you had to figure out. So it was kind of like the elevator was trying to kill you, and if you got to a certain point, then you win the game and you win the money. But in the meantime, these two were taunting you the whole time that you were trying to get out. So,
It was
but
funny. I got to see an episode. It was good.
yeah, but these are sweet girls. If you ever meet them up close, they're nothing like their persona on Elevator. So
Nah.
happy birthday to you both, Sylvia and Jen. Thank you.
And then, everybody, the Fugitive Doctor has a surprise for all of us that is coming through on June 25th, I should say. Basically, it's called Circuit Breaker, and it's the kickoff of the epic multi-platform adventure. Plus, as you see this picture right here, is the Titan comic cover of Circuit Breaker story, The Adversary of the Daleks. And I can't wait for this, because between the audio game and the Titan, I want to see how it comes out, because Titan Comics has been very good with Doctor Who comics, and their stories are interesting. But to have that, we can see Osgood back, that's interesting. To have
Which is
Osgood.
funny you mentioned that, because the character on the right, she looks like she could be Osgood's sister.
Or is she the Zygote? Or Zygon, what is it?
Mhm.
Zygon?
Zygon.
Yeah.
Osgood. Call her Osgood. But,
We're going to call it Osgood. Yeah.
yes.
But don't worry, guys. Like, it's going to be, everyone's very hesitant with this because they're not happy because it's the only Doctor Who coming out right now. But I think it's really cool, because for those of us that aren't into the TV show, but do like a choose your own adventure or into comics or anything, this is perfect for you guys. I wish they did give a small sample, though, out on Free Comic Book Day of the comic. That way we can get an idea. But basically, so it's the dates that are coming out to watch for is the premiere on June 25th. Call the Doctor. Then on July 8th, you're getting Adversary of the Daleks. Then you're getting July 23rd, The Honorable Society. July 30th, The Deadliest Weapon. And then you're getting August 4th, The Dawn of the Daleks. And then it continues on with Casting, Don't Blink, The Doctor and the Three Witches, Moments. You know, it's all, and then it comes full circuit. And
for,
short.
for a series, I'm sorry, for a series to be coming out in June with this length, I'm surprised that they didn't have anything for Free Comic Book Day, because there was a lot at my shop that was, you know, the new setting out the first chapter.
That's the thing everybody says,
Carl, and you know,
any sampling of Doctor Who or anything, because that what Free Comic Book Day is supposed to be, the samples of what's coming by authors and everything. This would have been a hit if they had thought of it. But I don't know, it could be because of Disney, could it be allegedly the BBC, you know, they didn't get in touch with people. Because remember, Free Comic Book Day was sold to another company, and Penguin Press also has their own version of their own Free Comic Book Day. So because the money had run out for it and they brought it back. So maybe the moderators didn't connect very well, but this would have been a hit, especially with Titan Comics.
I don't know. I hate to be the negative Nancy in the room, but have we heard about Doomsday and Time Lord Victorious? They didn't both pan out too well.
I also think it was also the way they marketed it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, if you look at it, I think, yeah, we should have a, if we can find it, but there are these little dots that show where you're going to see the episodes, whether it's going to be Big Finish, whether it's going to be the book, comics, or anything of that nature. First of all, people don't have the money to go buying all this for one story. I think they should have done it in the way, like, correct me, tell me if I'm wrong, Tom, on this, but I think they should have done it in the way. You remember how back the Pawns, when they were fighting the Weeping Angels, and there was this book that River Song May wrote.
Yep.
And that book became popular because of that episode. I think that's what they should have done. Instead of making a whole thing about all these different medias for one story, I think they should kind of like sideline, like when they had, what was it, the story in the engine. They could have had like a book spinoff for, oh, okay, by the way, if you want a more story or backstory, what the Fugitive Doctor. I think that would have been a better approach than trying to do this, because it was like Doomsday. First of all, nobody wanted it. Everybody that I knew was not excited about that, and I don't know who. I think we asked people on our social media, and like 2 people said they followed it, and that was it.
That's too many.
that could be the argument too, yeah. But I'm still fading out.
It's like it catches your hand sometimes, and then starts focusing and then on here.
No, you're starting to pixelate.
And then once your hands drop, it goes again. I don't.
And Mel's starting to pixelate. You were just pixelating before on everything. I was just looking at that. But here's the thing that I've been trying to avoid, because I have a ton of NDAs and NDOs and everything. And I need you guys just please just bear with things, because somebody may have just lost allegedly their job because of what I'm going to speak about, because this is a big no-no when you deal with companies and everything, especially when you have NDAs and NDOs. You don't screw up and release a press release. Ooh, no. So we don't know if this is a real press release, because now with alleged AI, you can make anything. Okay. And I know people are desperate for Doctor Who. As I stated that I can talk about, because I signed all of my things, you don't need a main cast right away. So extra work, things like that, all the stuff, background, can be shot earlier, whatever. So that's why we're not worrying about the Christmas episode. But as you know, Sony likes to buy a lot of things, allegedly. They have Crunchyroll, they have all this other stuff and everything, right? They partnered with AMC, who also owns High Dive Anime and other productions and everything as well. I know kind of AMC would not appreciate this, as well as Sony. So this leak that's saying that Sony and AMC might be rebooting, allegedly, Doctor Who in 2027, 2028 was supposed to be released on May 11th, and it's only May 5th. So as of now, we're going to take this as a grain of salt. desperation. But if this happens, it goes back to when I said about it was all a dream. It was all a dream, and he gets rebooted back to Jody. And remember what I said? Like, the only way to solve this is to go back and make it like that Santa comes and says it was all a dream. Just like It's a Wonderful Life. It's all
How
a
far
dream.
can we go back?
Right? And then they go back and they start from scratch.
Stop it. No Benny.
Okay.
No Benny. No Benny.
Okay? That's
Okay.
why we don't want anything speculated right now. All we know is that there are multiple people wanting the license, we'll call it, for BBC and Doctor Who. We know BBC needs help because right now we've hit a brick of AI and like ChatGPT and all this stuff that has put out stuff that may or may not be true. And people are solely depending on it. Like Capaldi said, it is a TV show.
Mhm.
Go with it. But I'm going to wait till after May 11th to see if this is true. Otherwise, if this allegedly might be true, God help us all, because I'm hoping it's not people fighting over who's going to be the doctor, because one of our doctors that allegedly might be in the Christmas special and maybe part of this because he turns up like a bad penny too is David Tennant, who right now coincides with this. He's voicing production on the book, The Never Ending Pillow Fort. They just started production this past April, and it stars Elizabeth Cullen, Sophia Rose, David Tennant, Guy Pearce, Teresa Palmer, and Marcel Martin. And it's directed by Alison Bramore, and it's an adventure film based on a children's book where they travel between distant dimensions and like worlds and various worlds. So perfect for our doctor. So I would focus on that more than this alleged AMC sort of Sony, you know what I mean? Because right now, I know we're desperate. Because the only doctor we did get, and I know you guys were cracking up because I sent it to you guys, was the skit from SNL UK. Now, how many of you saw it? Okay, that I sent you guys, because that was funny as hell. And that's Pizza the Hut, by the way. That was not no tree of whatever. That was Pizza the Hut. I don't know if you guys have the pictures because I sent the pictures.
Of course I did. I put up all the pictures. Let's go run through them.
Yeah, because this is funny as hell. And it's like, because Christian, wait, go back. Christian, does that look like your sonic screwdriver?
My sonic screwdriver?
Yeah, Capaldi's, like the one you had that got lost, that we were hoping people at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't that look like it? That's why I was laughing, because I'm like, okay, what are they spoofing? You know?
I don't know if it really looks like a Baldi's. I don't even think the Sonic. Yeah, it's not the Sonic wand. Oh, by the way,
sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
I lost my Sonic wand, so I'm creating a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're on mute.
Because this is hysterical about this episode and everything, because like Ncuti's going to be closing out SNL UK on the 16th of May. So naturally, we thought we're going to get 2 Doctor Who. We don't know. But...
Okay. Yeah. Now I get what you were saying. Yeah, I think I mentioned this to somebody when I saw Tom's pictures. He sent it to me and just like, yeah, that's Pizza the
Hut. It was even melting like when I was watching it, like Pizza the Hut, and I'm sitting there going like, I think Mel Brooks can sue. But then he's friends with Lauren, so yeah. But because
that's how I get the money to do Spaceballs 2, a new one.
Yeah, but it got like I forgot on SNL UK you could curse, so that was funny as hell the way she was acting and stuff. And I love how she talked about woke and all the other things that were going on, and I just couldn't get other shots from the ending because we don't like she was vaping and the peaches and all, like, or was it mangoes and stuff like that, and it was just funny as hell, like, and the ending just got a little bit too whatever. So it was like the ending there, but everyone said it was a pretty good sketch and everything. I'm just worried because now Radio Times, this is how it ties into this, thinks she might be cast as the next Doctor. They're hoping she might be the next Doctor as a choice because of her
what's her name?
Her name is, if I say it right, Ami Lou Woods. She's from, believe it or not, Sex Education and White Lotus. And she basically, everyone's talking about that maybe the reason why the sketch and everything came about was maybe she's the next doctor choice. And they both did star in Sex Education, and they're both, I mean, Rose is blonde. We have a blonde, but that's all like reaching. And even the Radio Times is like, it's reaching, because would you see her as a doctor? Because it ties into our show, like who?
I haven't seen the clip, so I couldn't tell
I
you.
sent it to you guys in the chat. I thought by
Actually,
Anchor. We have to thank, if I pronounce it right, Anchor for the clip.
I think I tried to play the clip. I mean, I waited for a while, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
I think when I played the clip, they finally pulled it for copyright.
Oh, okay.
So
But
I didn't. Fortunately, I'm sorry, I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
yeah, that they basically, we had to thank them because YouTube, you could probably find it on YouTube. I think I could find another link for everybody, but it was funny as hell. Her, they said you have to eat the fruit of this plant, and let's just say it's a little adult at that point. And then she's like, hey, bloggers, like, no, she's like, nope. And she just was like, she said, I'm going back in the TARDIS. And then she's beating up the end. Like, I don't want to spoil the ending of it, but it's just like, it's a funny skit. And I can't wait to see what they have for Shooty on May 16th. But it's just crazy how it ties in that people, after seeing that, now are speculation that she could be cast as the next Doctor. Based on, if you read the article in Radio Times that just was put out today of all days at 2:45 p.m. It says, after Amy Lou Wood's highly praised episode of Saturday, I don't think it was highly praised. I think it was very questionable. Let's put it that way. Saturday Night Live UK featured a Doctor Who sketch. Plenty are calling her to be the next Time Lord. So, would you see her as the next Time Lord? Because I know that's the question we're going to be asking the panel tonight.
We'll see.
We'll see, because it's perfectly tied in, right?
She might be somebody's choice, actually. Tom, I sent you something, by the way. I want you to, when you get a chance.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And I was going to close out. It would have been a perfect to close out the news, but I figured since everybody is so desperate for things, I know I have the May release. I said last time of 2026 releases of Big Finish that if you guys want to pick up. But it seems that there's a lot more coming soon, especially in August with our 11th Doctor, as well as our 13th Doctor. And this one, I think everybody, the second death is what everybody else is asking about, and the Broken Man, because with Capaldi, it is a chance encounter, as they say. The Doctor has a new friend. So why don't we make a new friend of everything and go to Big Finish and literally use their stuff while we're in the wilderness time, because they're on sale right now. This one, the second death, is on sale for $8.11. So I mean, guys, just check everything out, because right now the news is very scarce. But would Amy be a good Doctor? I mean, it makes sense if they go rose blonde and then she transforms into Amy, but who knows?
Actually hold that thought. Just hold that thought.
Because remember, I said
that's all I'm going to say is hold that thought.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that it tied in perfectly to our episode.
Tom, do you have Dave's pick? Oh, okay. No, I see it in there. Okay, never mind.
It's all in there. I don't know who picked who.
No, it's fine. Well, I labeled each of the picks. It's fine. So
and
we're
Gadget.
all good. And Gadget. All right, let's. Any more Who Knew news?
No, because like I said, it's been slim pickings. That's why I cannot wait to see what happens with Shooty and his episode, because I'm wondering what they're going to do with him.
What's
and
that?
what are we doing, Tom?
What number is
Remember, this was last year's. Because I had to look up
Oh, that's right.
last year's numbers.
Christian,
Oh, wow.
a year ago. That's where we were a year ago.
Oh, Jesus.
59,427.
So we doubled.
On this day, that's what I'm saying. We're at 116K now. It took
And
us a
of course-
year. Oh my God.
And of course, I got to give everybody the sales pitch. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, sharing, chatting with us. Yeah. We're going to pause for you guys for hitting that subscribe button and believing in us that to help us become one of
We're
them.
almost at 120. Damn.
And that was totally unnecessary. Anyway, the only thing I want to add, and let me go ahead and bring up that chat that Mark had. I just want to bring this up. Where is it? Yeah, it's that would make sense because Sony did buy shares in Bad Wolf. So yeah, technically, I think if I'm not mistaken, Sony does own Bad Wolf. I do remember that happening. So I meant that's the only connection I would give for the credence of that discussion, that Sony might pick it up. But I mean, it's being passed around like a hot potato. What, it was Netflix,
Yeah.
HBO Max,
Right.
Disney
Prime.
Plus? So it's almost like it has to make
The
a cross
problem
to
is
everybody.
that everyone wants the rights to the original series,
Mhm.
and they're fighting over that because they can get New Who. They can get, meaning Tennant and everybody else, because that was a different era. But because Fox had owned the movie, and then you had the originals from BBC, they're trying to negotiate to get the whole library. So that's where the studio has its problem. They don't know what's going to happen next, which studio is going to get it, because who's going to get the whole library? Or again, is it going to be HBO gets this one, Disney gets this one, Prime gets this one? We don't know. Now, if this is legit, someone just lost their friggin' job or made the best Christmas present ever because of everything. Or like I said, we're getting It's a Wonderful Life, and we're going to go back in time because they want to New Who it.
Well,
They wanna reboot it.
They may start from square one. They're just going like, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to start with this new guy or gal.
And it may not be British. It may be Americanized.
Oh, it's got to stay British.
That would suck.
It's
That's why
It-
don't you want you
No,
guys
I'm telling you
speculate?
right
Yeah.
now, every time they
Yeah.
take something
Mhm.
from Britain and Americanize it, it destroys it.
Except for
I mean,
Friends.
look at Red Dwarf. They made a pilot,
Mhm.
and it was just horrific. And it was basically the script from episode 1 of British Red Dwarf,
yeah.
and Americans can't do British humor at all.
Plus, you got the censorship, you've got all the other things, and you can't. Nobody would get it. Same thing with anime. Nobody gets the anime humor. And then when they translate it to English, you have to now make the morals clause as well as the societal clause, because it's like, what's society's points on things here versus there? You know,
They have to cut almost everything out of the Japanese animation because they have nudity, they have sex, they have massive violence. So it gets trimmed
That
down
was the ones in the
into this
earliest.
tiny cartoon that they make for kids that was never made for kids.
that was the early ones. Now they don't do it. Crunchyroll just, there you go. You got it in
Yeah.
original format.
Billy, I'm going to say the BBC. They've always had the rights to original Doctor Who.
And then, but
BBC
he's
doesn't
saying
own
they
the whole
don't.
library. Well, right now I would.
Candyman.
Which one don't they? The only one I can think of is the TV movie.
Yeah, the movie is the only one.
Yeah.
My cousin worked for Fox, and he threw out tons of those movies. I could have got you guys mass copies,
And the
including
BBC
Family Guy.
lost rights to Unearthly Child. Wow. Okay.
Oh, you didn't
Wait,
know.
wait, no, didn't know. They got part of it back. I thought they signed something that they got part of it back.
Okay.
Well, anyway, let's go
Yeah.
ahead. Let's go ahead and end the Who Knew News. Let's go to a
Yep.
commercial break. When we return, we're going to be talking to our panel and see who they choose as their 16th Doctor. Some of them are going to be really cool. All of them are actually really cool. I'm not going to say some of them, but some of them, I should say, surprising. That you probably wouldn't think of if you thought more about it. You'd be like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. So when we return, we'll be doing that, and we want to get to your chats as well. If you can get some ideas as far as who your favorites are, we've got a lot of chats going up there. When we return,
I'm closing and going commercial.
closing.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man, and I'm broken. Right down, I didn't listen to that voicemail. A TikTok, that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you now.
Are you tired of toxic fandoms? Do you wish we could go back to being happy? So do we. we created the Happiness Patrol to get away from all of the toxicity in fandoms, in life. And so we decided we wanted to do a show, but something that makes us happy. And in the first season, that something is Star Wars. So join myself, Cameron, Scott, Jessica, and Melanie on Happiness Patrol at youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow.
So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or maybe one of these? Is it a revisionist Western, an anti-Western, or maybe it's an all-time classic? Whether your favorite Western is in black and white, vibrant Technicolor, a spaghetti Western, a neo-Western, a comedy, or maybe it's only really Western in spirit. Whatever it is, this is the podcast dedicated to determining the top 100 Westerns of all time. Every second Monday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It's Horses on Film.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Yeah, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And we're all here together.
We're all here together, and welcome back to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We've got a special episode tonight. Doctor Who is the next Doctor. We are going to be talking to our panelists and some surprises in there of who should be the 16th Doctor. I want to make that specific. The Doctor is going to be coming after Ncuti Gatwa and maybe technically Billie Piper, or however her role is. But yeah, we are going to be discussing who should be the 16th Doctor, and you should be part of it as well. So welcome there back, folks. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things to help us out on our podcast as well. Go ahead and take down the banner. Or I'll do it. Got it.
Well, you did it.
Oh,
you did it.
I just want to let you know, guys, it is not as easy as that. Remember, I was doing all of this for one time, and I think Melanie was a part of it. And I know Tom and Dave helps me with this out occasionally, so I'm just like, cool. So I remember doing this as a solo, and just like, and everybody laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me. I just said, if you saw Tom, it's like, Tom, it's not easy. Hit the button, and nothing happens for like 5 seconds. They'll just sit there.
I didn't laugh at you, Christian.
Oh,
I was nice.
I love you, Sean. Thank you very much.
I laughed. I laughed then. I laughed now.
Shush! I know you do.
I produce.
It hurts right here. It hurts. It hurts. All righty. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead, and if anybody wants to go ahead and get started, let's go for it. Who wants to go first?
I can.
Tom. Thank you very much, Tom. You're over here anyway. Oh, come on. I'll be a doctor. Tom, go ahead. You will start off. We'll just go clockwise in our little routine. And who did you pick as the 16th Doctor?
Well, obviously, because I freaking portrayed the Doctor in various stories. And one of Melanie's favorite stories, Doctor Who meets Teletubbies.
Of course, a classic, if you will.
Classic. But besides me, I had to go with some famous, more famous, even though I can claim doctor, I just don't. I chose
Oh,
Liam
yeah.
Neeson.
Oh, yeah.
Because, for goodness sakes, Dark Man.
I just see him walking out of the TARDIS to the Master. I have a special set of skills.
Take the elephant. Obvious.
So why
Dark
did you
Man.
pick
Oh my
Liam?
God.
Why? I mean, I can think
Yes.
for myself so far. And actually, the pictures that I picked out, Tom, which was this one, I actually did the search on Google, and I would type in the actor's name and put Doctor Who, and whatever the first picture came up, that's what showed up. So this was the
Yeah.
picture that came up when I typed it in.
I did that for another character when I was doing a little added search that you wanted. So it's, you see that below. Yeah, that was a beautiful picture. Because
It's my understanding he has a particular set of skills.
He does.
Yeah, it seems the Christian said that too. Anyway, I mean, the quintessential actor. I have not seen The Naked Gun because I just forgot, but I saw clips of it. Like, holy moly, the things they get away with nowadays for little scenes here and there. But still, he was Hannibal, Colonel Hannibal Smith in the A-Team. I like the movie because I like Liam Neeson.
I think I'm one of 5 people that love the A-Team. I adore.
I saw it on TV. I was okay with it.
When somebody says which movie would you watch over and over again, the A-Team was awesome. I love it.
But essentially, imagine Darkman coming out and being the Master. I'm Darkman.
Now I have a question for you, Tom. If you had a choice with Liam Neeson and you were writing the script, or you were the showrunner, who would be the first villain that your Doctor would come across? Who would Liam go up against?
Well, let's do a double thing here. I would have Liam's Doctor versus Dark Man. Just it's just a trigger, something that the Master's wearing this thing. Like, okay, just for the fun of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. I don't like that taste. It would be interesting, the fact of the Master regenerates and he looks like Dark Man. So just for that gag, like
So kind of like extra crispy Master that we had, only he has to cover his face because he was burned or did something
exactly
stupid.
Just for the joke of it. Which, on a side joke, when we had the Avengers, we had Benedict Cumberbatch and Robert Downey Jr. They both played Sherlock. Why wasn't the joke stated? I mean, it's a PG-13 film. They could have said no, Sherlock. I gave you your first clue. Just for that, because it's funny. What do you mean? Who is Dark Man? That was Liam Neeson. So playing the double role, or at least get the other actor that played him after number 2 or 3, just for that role. Just I like that concept of you. He played both characters.
Jim B66, you said make that 6 people, Christian. So I'm not alone. Okay, I've got 4 other people, including Tom. So 6 people who like that movie out there. And
Can you talk
Rod,
about? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can you talk about the Dark Man? This is not the Stephen King Dark Man? Are we talking about, right?
No. Maybe was it? No.
Okay.
No.
Discard.
Look at Liam Neeson's Dark Man. It was a beautiful movie, and then it went to 2 and 3. The Returning of the one villain's like, well, I didn't see it. It's
Wait a minute, Dr. Rob. What if the Doctor's regeneration messed up and he had to look like this for a while? Like his regeneration screwed up and he had to cover his face because he didn't look right. He was still in the healing process, but it's taking a little bit longer.
Imagine the script writing for the whole show, if that was the case, where it was a healing process that gone wrong. How amazing would that be?
I like it.
That would be great. See, now personally, I thought his nemesis would be, if it is Liam Neeson, whoever kidnapped his daughter would be his nemesis.
His granddaughter? Who took Barbara?
Yeah.
If you interrupt me to Doctor Who one more time, I'll find you.
That's right.
I have a particular set of skills.
Be mindful
No
of your
matter where
feelings,
you hide in
Charles.
time, I will find you.
We're just going to repeat this all night. Anyway, Tom,
Yeah.
good selection, Tom. And did you have anything else you wanted to add to Liam?
No, that's I was looking at the comments and such, and one I'm not going to talk about. And as Roger talked about, the Naked Gun movie reboot with Liam and Pamela Anderson was amazing.
Real quick, what did you guys think of that? I was happy until the end. The ending was just.
I didn't get to see it yet.
Oh, okay. It's one of those where I think it was worth a viewing once. The trailer sucked me in. I'm just like, it's Leslie Nielsen. I'm like, I can't see anybody else in it. And then I saw the trailer and like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it went well up until the very end. I'm just like, okay, this is getting really. I know I know it can be weird, but I'm just like, okay, this really went off. And I think also on a personal note that they didn't invite the Sucker Brothers to help with the script. It was all what's his name? The Orville. McFarlane. Yeah, he did it all himself. And I was like, wouldn't you bring in the Zucker brothers? It's their baby. But that's just my opinion on that. Speaking of opinions, we're moving on to Melanie. We're going around the clock.
Say Hue.
Melanie.
Yes.
Who did you pick?
I picked somebody very special, and I think, funny enough, the way Gadget was kind of formulating it a little bit during her news segment, I was like, oh my Lord, this is actually kind of leaning into what I would like. And that's I would like to see one young Paul McGann back as the Doctor. And I remember eons ago on the show, Christian, you and I chatting about how it would be neat if they just, I think this is like during one of our, who's going to be the 14, who's going to be the 15, one of those conversations, and bringing up it would be fun if they just decided to bring back Paul and go, okay, now we're going to have the 8th Doctor in television because he lives in the comics. He breathes in Big Finish. And we've been blessed to see him in TV. And let me look at him. He's already got the costume ready. He's fitted. He's suited and booted. Let's go. So I would love to have him be. I mean, if he's 8, technically, awesome. If he's 16, since we now established that you can have the same old faces again. Mm-hmm. Kind of fun that the 16th Doctor is 2 8s. I would love McGann. And I mean, you can bring any of his Big Finish companions in if you wanted to go that route. Personally, I always loved the Stranded series, so Liv and Helen would be amazing. But you could even do the comics and bring Josie, I think it was her name. She was so it was another character if you wanted to bring someone like that, or just bring somebody brand new. Make it the 16th Doctor, make it completely fresh. But I would absolutely adore for everyone to get to see Paul McGann have his due as the Doctor. I think it would be absolutely amazing.
Well, let's say you're showrunner for Paul McGann. What would you do? Would it be an extension on the 8th Doctor, or would this be 16th Doctor, a completely new incarnation? How would you want to set that sail?
It's so okay. Right now, we know Billy's back. They did not write in that she's the Doctor. She just, did the introducing, I don't think they did introducing. They said, and Billy Piper.
They didn't.
They didn't say anything. So I'm kind of hoping she's either a bad wolf or maybe even bad the moment again. And if that's the case, if she's like the moment portraying that, it would kind of be neat to see our favorite Doctor before he went into the war times, before he became, John Hurt. But clearly in this kind of iteration, he looks like he's seen some stuff. He's not just from the Fox TV show where, he didn't know who he was and he had, run around with Charlie and Yiji and, all that fun. I don't know. I think there's just so much that you can play with, that you can nod to that it is the 8th. he could be, I think, the 16th Doctor, kind of like in a Tennant fashion where 14 knew about 10, but he wasn't 10. He was a little different. And there was different nods of him remembering 10, 9, 11, all that. So I almost can see that this is the chance for, I don't know, you could really get into timey-wimey stuff. You can have him be the Doctor, and we could see him having, just give me a season. I'll take a season. Even if they want to do a flashback, a flash sideways, or flash whatever. I don't know. Everything that the sky, the galaxy is wide open. The vortex is wide open. Put him in Pete's World. I don't care. That's what I want. I want to see my boy back.
I love it.
Bring him.
Oh, Melanie, you know what would be cool? Of all
Bring him back.
16 and 8 meeting up, and it's the same. They're wearing the same faces, but they're from two different times, and one's is about to go in the Time War. The other one's already gone through the Time War.
Yeah.
I think that would be how they handle each other in that case.
And I remember there was a panel where Billy was asked once if she could act alongside another Doctor, who would she do? And she was hoping for McGann. So come on. It's manifesting. Manifest it into the universe. Come on, let me have my Paul. Let's go.
Works for me.
Go. Okay. Next.
So we got Paul McGann, and next we're going to go around. No, Sean, I think you were having some issues, so let's go ahead and bring you
I'm
up.
here.
Up there.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine. Everything's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Sean,
I just had to step away for a minute, but I'm back.
Oh, okay, cool. Then Sean, what was your pick?
My pick would be Hugh Jackman. I almost put an adjective in the middle of Hugh and Jackman, but then I remembered that we're live on air, so I'll just say Hugh Jackman.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do have a rationale for this. And that is that, well, number one, we have never gotten a Doctor quite with that aesthetic before. Now, I know if this was real life, because I just wanted to go big, right? Because, Russell T has not yet contacted me to ask who my pick would be. If he does, then, I'll throw the suggestion out there. But, if this was real, I probably would end up picking a British actor. Actually, is Hugh Jackman British? He's not,
Australian.
is he? Australian. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I probably would pick someone who is, a British actor. But the reason I'd pick Hugh Jackman is because we've never had a Doctor with that aesthetic before, which is basically, I assume that you would pick Hugh Jackman because he's kind of like the buff man's man, right? That's why you would pick Hugh Jackman. You wouldn't really pick Hugh Jackman to be like a Capaldi type Doctor, I don't think, right? It would be really interesting to see like a hyper mask Doctor. And I think that's something that would also play well, because I would like to see that side of masculinity portrayed in the Doctor without the violence that you usually get with that sort of portrayal of a person, right? Because that's one of the great things about Doctor Who, is that it is a show where you have a male role model who's in the top billing of the show. I mean, the show is named after him, really. And it's a character who is simultaneously a pacifist who also understands the need to handle the danger. He doesn't just sit by and let things happen, usually. Unless he's having tea with Donna, but we won't talk about that. So, usually, he goes out and does something about it. And I like that we have now male and female actors playing the Doctor, but we've never really had that kind of portrayal of a male Doctor before. And I think it'd be really interesting. I think it would serve as a good role model in that way, because, a lot of people, especially when they're growing up, like you see, that's why a lot of kids, when they grow up, they watch wrestling, right? Because they kind of want to emulate that. But a lot of people have known it could be anybody. It could be a coach, it could be a parent, it could be a relative, someone who like goes to the gym and, does all those things and is also just like a very encouraging, positive person. And I just think we need more of that in the world, and not to take away from any of the other doctors, because I think they've all had something they've brought to the table and they've all been good. I think all the doctors have actually been good role models, but I don't think those two qualities are typically portrayed together in media, if you guys know what I mean. So that would be quite interesting. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, to an extent. And plus, I love the fact that you said nonviolent and you pulled in Wolverine of all of everybody.
But that's what I mean,
But
right?
he would
Like
be toned down, right? He'd be a very toned down version. Just like,
but the thing is, if you tone him down, like, you don't have to tone him down in a way where he's like, oh, I don't lift the weights anymore. And I'm just like, it's usually when you have a male role model who is giving that energy, it's usually because he needs to beat somebody up. And it would be really interesting to see that portrayal of the Doctor, because I assume that it wouldn't be a betrayal of that, someone who, like the anti-war general, right? The kind of the counterbalance to the Brigadier in the classic series, right? Someone who understands the need to counteract the danger, but also is not gonna go in there shooting at will all the time, or punching at will. In the case of like Wolverine, he's got that metal skeleton, right? But I mean, we had the third Doctor do the karate or the Aikido, so I guess we have had some of that. But just the idea of the Doctor coming back and being like, "Yeah, I punched out all the Daleks. Don't worry, it's fine. Just punched all the Daleks in the face."
I just saw Peter Davison going to the gym. He keep on mentioning weights and stuff, and just like seeing Sylvester McCoy at the Nautilus thing, pulling it down, and just like, okay,
yeah,
it's just a little bit of fun out there. So what else can you tell us about Hugh Jackman? Which enemy should he take on for his first arrival as 16?
He should take on an enemy that has the most punchable face to really drive that point home. So I think, honestly, of all the Doctor's enemies, I'm sorry to say this, I think Davros has the most punchable face. I mean, because
we're just getting violent with this guy. I'm waiting for the claws to come out of his hands and start. Wow.
Yeah, right. But I mean,
all
that's
right,
the
Doctor.
thing. Because I mean, with Davros, it really is always. I mean, I'm not sure where Davros is in the timeline, and I know that we've had a little bit of a change to Davros, but I think like the way that character is written, even in his more humanoid form, he probably still has a punchable face with the performance he gives, which means the actor's doing a really good job, right? That's what you want, But I think, I think that would be really good to say. Like, it is, there's the mind aspect of the Doctor. There's the sort of outsmarting them, sort of the seventh Doctor feel, or even sometimes like the 12th Doctor feel, where you're outsmarting them, and then there's the more, sort of reasoning and almost compassionate way you can, like, sort of a 10th Doctor thing, right? And just seeing someone who has, the aesthetics that Hugh Jackman would bring, and also bringing all those aspects into the way the character's portrayed. I think that would just be really interesting.
Okay. All righty. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump over that gadget. Gadget. Let's go ahead and see your pick. You had two. Let's go. Out of the two, which one would you pick? Would you pick the male or the female version? Your audio there. You're muted. You're muted. I'm so muted.
Sorry, guys. It was thing that fell over here. If they go with the male version first, because of everything, Gary Oldman. Because I'm keeping with the theme of somehow a Hooniversian ends up in either Harry Potter or somehow vice versa. Because as you know, Tennant has been in Harry Potter. And basically it was young Barney Crouch. But I'm thinking because Oldman is a versatile, Sir Oldman is a versatile actor and everything, he could play the Doctor in a way that nobody would guess. Because he comes in after all the hell we've been through with everything. think about it. This doctor would come on. I'm all happy. I'm a teddy bear. I'm whatever, like, you know, and stuff like that. But then it's like, nah, let me go find the master. I'm going to go get him, you know, or like, you know what? Let me go sit and have tea with him. Or like, he has a versatile attitude where he might be the long game, the mind game, I already know where you're going with this doctor because he's so versatile, like in his shows and everything, in his movies. He's done anywhere from comedy to drama. He's even done character roles. So I'm figuring with the change we might need with he would be a good doctor, or if they have to replace the war doctor later on for, you know what I mean? Like, and regenerate, this would be a younger version of the war doctor, you know? But I could see him being the next doctor.
You know what's scary, Melanie? When we did the revival for the Masters, who would be the next master? It was Gary Oldman, my choice. So the little irony that I picked him as master, but Gadget picked him as doctor. But
I mean, he's got such versatility.
Right, he could be that mind meld, like that mind manipulating doctor. You know, the one that
brilliant. He's such a brilliant actor.
Well, the reason I picked him as master, if you look over his body of work, he never looks the same in anything. And I said, that's a trait.
That's why I'm thinking he makes a good doctor, because he's versatile. Like, they won't know what they're getting when they deal with him. He'll be one way with the Daleks, one way with the Master, one way with Davros, one way with like a companion and everything. He'll like protect the companion, but then it's like, get away from my, you know, like I've seen him in one of my favorite movies is the one with Asa in it, and he plays like a scientist type, Space Between Us and all that, and a caring scientist and stuff. Then he's also voiced in Planet 51. He's very versatile. What does he play? Winston Churchill one time, I think, as well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He's been in Dracula. He played Dracula, right?
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He can be very versatile.
And Winona Ryder.
Dealing with all the Doctor's enemies and everything. And then the funny part is, if we get a new master, I was thinking Tom Hardy as the new master. Because those two against each other, that would be interesting.
Do we have a budget for the both of them? I mean, no, Sony now, but we're still with the BBC. We're talking chump change here.
But if we go, like, the reason I picked two, because if we go light and fluffy, as I call it, and they want to reboot the series and everything, and they want to go with another girl or woman first and everything, I had picked Emma Stone because she's ginger. She can be ginger. And she reminds me of like picking up traits of Amy and River, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. Like the Doctor would pick up from his companions and everybody else around him, and she would also be very like, oh, I'm happy, but I'm really a devil in disguise type of thing. Like she would be the like, you know, like a master, but not really a master of you know. But I was thinking like if they're going more Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and everything, they would go with her. Because she is very versatile as well in her movies and everything, and very like outgoing and spoken. Like especially with the Help movie that was based on a true story. I love that, how they have her character go through like hell and back too, but also portraying what it's like back in that time. Or like when she played in other, like the recent movie she had, where I think they shaved her head and everything in the recent movie. I haven't seen it yet, and she just is like it's character, like she goes same thing, comedy to drama. She'd be a match to deal with. I'm trying to figure out how with Davros, but with everybody else, she'd be sitting there probably rewiring the Dalek. That's what I see her doing. She'll sit there with the Sonic in her mouth. There'll be a little bit of 13 kind of, but rewire like behind the Dalek, rewiring it and stuff, and she'll be pushing it on its way. I would say she's a tomboy doctor.
Tomboy doctor. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All righty.
Okay.
And I think who is up next? Oh, Doctor. Hello, Doctor. Doctor, who did you pick, Doctor?
I picked Billy.
Billy.
Heck yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah, we did. We got the picture. So we're going to say that the incarnation is actually her. This is her new. Billy comes up in this form.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us. Rob, can you hear us?
Why can't I hear anybody?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Forgot we haven't paid StreamYard yet for anything. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Rob, you can't hear us at all?
Test.
No.
What happened?
Oh, no.
Hold on.
So everyone gets just... Okay, so...
You can,
I
everybody
think
can
this is
hear
okay.
everybody else, right?
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Tom, take the picture down so we can give him a thumbs up. We can hear him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can anybody hear me?
Okay, and then show up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let me go in the private chat.
I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, we can...
What happened?
Hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. All right,
Mhm.
We
good.
can hear you.
I was hearing no response.
Just go ahead and keep
So
going.
I picked Billie Piper specifically for the story capabilities with her. Having the past, she understands Doctor Who extremely well. But being transferred to like an alternate universe where she came back as the Doctor, and the conflict and the mystery that you would have, having a companion immediately become the Doctor would be intriguing. And what if you had to deal with the conflict, you had to deal with her still being married to another female, and how she would handle that? And what if her evil counterpart was David Tennant, as an evil like ghost memory that was constantly putting her into conflict?
Ooh, this got dark.
I know.
I think he's going with the alternate tales. This is
Afraid to
interesting.
watch.
Well, wait, didn't she marry the doctor with the one heart, right? In the alternate universe?
Mm-hmm.
We assume.
They have a
I mean,
kid.
We
and they ha-
assume.
and they have a kid. Or was it the
Yeah,
mom that had the
according
kid?
to the comic, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I know Jackie was pregnant when he went there, and then she's getting a little brother, and then they got a kid. So that might be
So
interesting.
feedback.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing, Doctor.
That might be interesting.
Alternate universe.
I wonder if
So I'm
Rob.
typing to...
Oh, there we are.
I was
I
going to
can now
say.
hear people.
Oh,
You
now
can
you
hear
can
it?
hear
Good.
people.
Okay.
Now
good.
I can hear people.
Oh, now that
Yeah,
it's over. Okay.
For some reason, I got muted, or you guys got muted.
Oh, weird.
That might be a good thing. I don't know if you wanted to hear what we said.
No, because I
What did
was
you
saying
say?
that was very
No,
dark,
no,
and
I
I
just-
loved it.
Yeah, that was
I'm just
interesting.
goofing on.
So I mean, think about it. We've never had a companion become the Doctor. So and to have a companion that was so intimately involved with a Doctor. I mean, how sad was it when Rose had to go to the alternate location, and then come back with the confusion of actually now understanding the Doctor because they have all the previous memories and how the Doctor actually felt about her. And then have that whole conflict of an inner ghost of David Tennant being the evil one, making her second guess her judgments.
All right. It's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey kind of story out there. So yeah, that
I'm kind of here for it because I'd love to see if they did that, what they would be bringing in from the comics, what they would be bringing in from.
We also had the fanfics because the wilderness years. We can have people's fanfics that are on YouTube.
Well, I was also thinking more Big Finish because Camille
Mhm.
Kodori has done a lot, just as Jackie, talking about her life over there in the other world, and the Dimension Canon. Well, Dimension Canon days are it's pre before they were reunited and stayed over in Pete's World. But it would be fun. That would absolutely be neat. That it's not Bad Wolf, or it's technically not Bad Wolf or the Moment, but it's actually Rose, older Rose, that's in Pete's World, Rose.
Mhm.
So this is intriguing.
I have my moments. That was it.
there you go.
No, this moment's gonna keep going. This is awesome.
Pun intended.
Well, I'm looking through Big Finish right now to see if anything correlates with that, because right now they got stuff coming out in July, August, September. So
I mean,
that's-
imagine the writing they could do if Rose came back as the Doctor. I mean, there was so much, to do. So, I mean, we have to look at, who the Doctor is internally. The Doctor is consistently witty, exceedingly intelligent, right? So this is why when we finally got a female Doctor, even with the controversy back and forth, she ended up being one of my absolute favorite Doctors, because I felt she pulled in the true essence of the Doctor with her wittiness, her excitement, and how she portrayed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's time for another female Doctor.
I'm down for it.
Okay, well, let's get to other
Christian.
folks. Well, we got some other folks who haven't had a chance because Dave is not here, but he decided he was going to send in his pick. And if I'm not mistaken, his pick is my pick for the Doctor. He took my pick for the Doctor.
He took Matt Berry.
He took Matt Berry. And the funny part about it is you don't even have to wander. You just go on YouTube, type in his name, Doctor Who, and I think it was Toast of the Town. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Toast of the Town. And you can actually see Matt Berry as the Doctor, or at least his version, which is hysterical. And I truly think
that would be so funny.
That would be awesome. And I mean, he's got a sense of humor. He's got the voice, that demands attention. I love it.
But
The humor would be overwhelming.
Yes.
See, but my thing is the styling of the show, because if you look at his background, he fits with the comedy for that background. But if the realism, like Doctor Who is, would he fit with that? That's the thing. He would.
I definitely think he would. I mean, I can see him swinging. I mean, he's mostly comedian when it comes to from all the previous shows, but I haven't really seen him do serious. I could see him do serious. I mean, he could be at a moment of passion, but then again, sometimes what we think is like this fond moment. He'll say something that's off-colored, and we're back to being Matt Berry again.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Dave picked right. I picked right. He just took it. And he goes, well, you're going to be on the show, so why don't you use it? And I said, no, Dave, the more the merrier. So Dave Berry is a pick for the next Doctor. Let me get in here. There's another one. Now, Faith, who's our premier 13th Doctor cosplayer, she made a pick. And I just thought that's why I had you stop for a second, Gadget, because
let me guess.
She did pick her. So she picked Amy Lou Wood, and I've never seen or met this person. So I met this person.
Go watch Sex Education. It is very interesting. She's in the White Lotus. She's a very versatile actress. She's very funny, and it was just odd that it's like everyone said they did a Doctor Who skit, but that was coming because she worked with Ncuti, right, on Sex Education. They think that now they want her as the Doctor because she portrayed it so well as a companion, but the companion was funny. It was funny as hell, yes, but it wasn't it could have gone longer, and not use Pizza the Hut. Let's do make it an actual tree or, vines and stuff, like that. That would have been funny, but because it was a short skit and all, but even Radio Times said people want her to be next Doctor. Can she be? She can be Ginger as well.
Finally having a ginger Doctor.
I think that's going to be the Doctor's curse. It'll never be Ginger ever. It'll come real close, but not, And
Who
one
knows?
day,
But think about, look at the if you guys can see, I wish you guys did see the skit. It is hysterical, and I don't know, she could, but that would be a reach, because that would mean that when she transforms from Jodie into this character instead of Tennant, and then we lose all the 60th anniversary if they want to reboot it that way. And she would be for a younger audience, and technically I think Sex Education is licensed through Sony, BBC somehow. I got to double check that one and everything. But who knows? You never know.
So you want to disavow Disney Plus, like all that?
Well,
out.
the way everybody's going, saying reboot allegedly, I could see her if they want a reboot. Let's put it that way.
When I'm hearing reboot, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, when I'm thinking reboot, should be number one.
Technically, yes.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're like, okay, I think we're the story of this Doctor has gone on its run. Let's go ahead and start from a new,
fresh idea, fresh studio. Because remember, Bad Wolf is gone. Everyone's always panicking, but Bad Wolf did sign their swan song with the Christmas special. They're done and everything. We don't know who's getting this studio. We don't know who the new showrunner is. We don't know yet. And if someone jumped the gun with the May 11th, allegedly, they don't have a job anymore, allegedly. You know, but
Bad Wolf stepping away.
Bad Wolf is gone. They only are doing the Christmas special. They're done.
So did anybody
see that? I didn't know.
Did anybody see the video with Amy and
let me see if I can find you guys.
SNL, Amy?
And so let me open up another window and see if I can find it for you guys. That way you can
I just wanted to see if anybody knew besides Sex Education and the SNL UK video.
Yeah, if you look her up, she's really like let me see if I can look her up. Her name is hard for me to spell, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, Amy Wood. Amy Lou Wood. Okay, let's see.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and take her down.
She's actually been in The White Lotus, Sex Education, Film Club, Daddy Issues, Toxic Town, Allison Jack. There's something I can't pronounce, and my dad is a C ... with a T at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is Face Pick, and
she's only 32 years old too.
Tom, I will let you pick this one. Do you want to go into the chats, or you have some pictures as well? I see some extra pictures. As soon as you unmute yourself.
Yeah, you're muted.
Melanie, we'll just pretend that he's not muted.
I know.
We'll just talk and interact with
Yeah. I think that would
Wow,
be
this has been like a technical disaster.
Okay,
we are having technical issues.
Let me mute I'm gonna mute my computer just in case. I think I found the.
Okay, you want to go into the chats? You going in the chats? Okay, let me pull up the. I haven't even. Robert was kind enough to put these up here, but I don't even know who these people are. So this is Robert James Collier, must be the 16th Doctor. And I'm not familiar with some of these choices, so I apologize if you guys could type in the chats where you've seen them, and kind of give us a rough idea of why you think they would make a good Doctor. That'd be great. Some of these names I've just never heard of, and that is not saying that they're not good or whatnot. I just got a bug in here too. Anyway, so we got Robert James Collier. Who else do we got in the chats?
Who's
these two, and I pulled up pictures on them because first I was kind enough to bring this up. This is, I don't know, Arun Bernard. I just never heard of these people. I just they look like they could pull it off. I just never heard of these people. And the other person he mentions is Connor Swindles, which is this person.
Yep, no idea.
No idea.
I'm assuming
it's one thing to state a name, but you have to look at what's going to progress Doctor Who. Not just someone, a specific actor that you like, but what's going to make the story even, really good, and progress the fandom. It right now it's kind of struggling, and we really need to bring it back on track and really make those stories fantastic. So it's got to be strategic.
Well, to be fair, these three actors might be phenomenal, but since now that we don't have BBC America, I got no way of seeing them unless I pull them up.
As one commenter says, it's also about having the right showrunner.
Very true out there.
Just to give you guys a quick update, you can watch it exclusively on Peacock Network here in the States. It says the platform the day after they initially air the Saturday airing, so it should be on Peacock if you guys want to watch it. Does anybody still have Peacock?
I
Or
do.
Paramount?
I do
So you'll
not.
be able-
See, this is what sucks about the streaming service. BBC America spoiled us. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
You know,
Yes.
it pretty much brought over everything, and then they cut it off. That was just the worst decision, I think. It's just like, why don't you just keep it?
and it is shut down due to copyright, and someone claimed the but if you got to see it, it was funny as hell. Someone told me I should have recorded it, but we don't have VCRs anymore and anything like that to record it.
So which show were you talking about, Gadget? That was on Peacock?
SNL UK. Lorne Michaels created SNL UK, and then you can actually see it on Peacock or Paramount, I think a week later or the next day, according to what they're saying here. It also airs on Sky One in the UK. Okay. So if anybody's got that, so maybe BritBox might have it.
Jim B66 says, I'm hoping it will be a young filly at least 25 years old. Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
not creepy at all.
Well, didn't one of the comments
Hey.
didn't one of the comments say
He's
what
a-
if he turns out to be a teenager? Like young Sherlock Holmes. What if it's a teenager?
Well,
Or
then
young
it should
Iron
be
Man.
maybe a young Doctor Who and not Doctor Who.
Like
I would
Young
see
Sheldon, but
like
Doctor Who?
we didn't say, a film called, or a show called Sheldon. It was Young Sheldon or Young Doctor Who or Young Doctor. Where was I going with that?
Young Sherlock Holmes.
Young Indiana
Yeah.
Jones.
I mean, then that's 100%, understandable.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who said it in the comments because I caught it. Someone said, "What if they go back to like make him a teenager?"
Dan was here.
I'm
Ramon
just
was
going to bring
here.
this one.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. My pick is
Just say
Aaron
one.
Doherty, who won 2 Emmy Awards for being Princess Anne in
Ooh.
The Crown.
Oh,
and a
okay.
psychologist
Yeah.
for adolescents, both on Netflix. I think I know who she is.
Yep.
She's a dramatic actress, but there's a but. She definitely could pull off the 16th Doctor. And happy Cinco de Mayo, and also happy Revenge of the Fifth.
Revenge of
That does not
Yes.
make sense. You have
If you
Cinco
bring
de
her
Mayo.
in-
Ah,
We actually
Revenge of the
have
Fifth.
some tributes
You know.
on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for our Star Wars connection.
If you bring her in and you also have Jack Thorne, just saying, that could really work. Jack Thorne as the showrunner, you know?
I want still Straczynski as the showrunner.
Yeah. Babylon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, we got more in the chat. We got a ton more in the chat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How about Emma Watson? What a plot twist!
Like I said, Harry Potter to Doctor Who to Harry Potter. You never know.
The Harry Potter to Doctor Who
pipeline.
pipeline.
Lord of the Rings.
A
Anybody from Lord of the Rings?
crossover would be just astounding. Could you imagine the Harry Potter Doctor Who crossover?
Well, you keep getting hints from RTD that there looks like, or at least he's alluding that Star Trek and Doctor Who have something going on.
Mhm.
Especially now, if you saw Strange New Worlds with the TARDIS all the way in the background, and he was on his Instagram meeting up with Whoopi Goldberg, and I think there were a few other things. So, plus, I think he was known to be on the Paramount studios, and
Could have
looked
been
like
negotiations. It could have been, you never know.
Money.
Yeah, because what is Paramount? Paramount is like, yeah. The streaming service
Sweet,
that we
like
were talking
money.
about, maybe.
I almost picked Whoopi Goldberg as my doctor choice, and then I changed it at the last minute.
Why?
And what is it? MGM Prime now? Amazon Prime and MGM are merged. So
Fairies. Another podcaster. One of these strange old Doctor
Did
Who
someone ask me
podcasters.
why?
Yes,
Why did I pick her, or why did I change it?
both.
I picked her because I think she has the energy that would be good for the role. I'm tired of facing the Daleks. I don't know. It'd be really interesting.
imagine her as the War Doctor.
You guys need to sit down. I don't know. That was my best Whoopi Goldberg. But I picked Hugh Jackman. I don't know. Just because I think that would be more of a change, honestly. I mean, both would be a change, but I think Hugh Jackman would be more of a change. So
Tom, go back to that other one again. The one Fairies.
Theories. Okay. Tom.
Which I'm just jealous. That's all it is. Is Theory's actually, from what I understand, is the only podcaster who actually gets to be seen in Doctor Who. So, nuts. Not happy.
Just a tiny bit jealous.
Just a tiny bit.
The only
jealous.
podcaster from Doctor Who. Is that what you
He's
said?
the only Doctor Who indie podcaster who's actually appeared in it, from what I understand. I got to watch it again, but I don't remember seeing him. But
well, Christian, you're forgetting about Conrad.
Well, he don't count.
In his band of baboons.
That's true. But Theories is a real podcaster. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Arthur Stoic says they should pick Idris Elba to be the next
Ooh.
Doctor. He's always in line for like James Bond or to be the next
Right.
Doctor. Always
And
standing in line.
Man at Arms, for God's sakes.
Another Gary Oldman was just so brilliantly versatile. So of course the name's always going to be there. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy would be. Yeah, but
With
again,
Mazda.
it's like Meryl Streep. That's a little pricey.
How about Rupert Grint as the next Doctor? There's your ginger right there.
There's the ginger. We got
Rupert
another
Grint is
Harry
a really good
Potter
actor.
alum.
His name always comes up too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great actually. I saw him in Servant, I think it was, and I didn't even know it was him at first.
All right. Does anybody care for my pick? No.
Nah.
No.
The Matt Berry one was good, so we'll just say that was yours and not Dave's. And
Oh well.
no, what Christian? What is your pick? Who do you
Okay.
feel?
Let me go to the thing there.
Go to the thing. All right. Well, I actually
Media
had
assets.
I had a runners up, and then because he was almost the one I landed on, I'll just say it quickly because.
Oh, so you're breaking two.
Well, I'm only going to mention him because
Mm.
I really think he deserves it because he was actually in line to be a doctor.
Yeah.
What is this man's name? I can't remember it.
Brian
Oh,
Blessed.
Thank
He
you.
was in
Oh,
line to be the second doctor, and
yeah.
Patrick Troughton ended up getting it. But yeah, I'm holding it alive. Yes, but
That would be actually brilliant.
It would be brilliant, but he's like
think so.
he's in his 80s now. I don't know how he's up to fit, but I would, if he could do it, I would gladly take him on.
Look at old Doctor.
no.
Who. We had people who were exceedingly old.
Oh, I just
I
thought
know,
of
but-
something. I just thought of something, Christian.
What's
He
that?
plays because of what's going on with the wilderness years. They better pay me if this actually comes true, and everything as a storyline. He turns out the way the other doctor, the master did. That's the
Yeah.
older doctor, and then the watch opens up, and then we get the reboot.
Yeah.
He can still play the doctor because he's the older doctor. The way the other Sir was it Attenborough? Was it?
Yeah.
And everything. Get it? He can still be the doctor. He
That's
just is now in the chameleon circuit form.
Well, I wanted to just bring up Brian Blessed, but I definitely want another doctor.
Oh, everybody wants that doctor.
Oh, yeah,
I know. That's why I'm saying.
No, he is number one. Everybody wants him, but he wants too much money.
Well, he's doing independent films now, from what I understand. I don't
Mhm.
see him in like big thing. The last big thing I saw him was, unfortunately, a tank was Tomorrowland.
That would have been good if they had. The same thing. It's the press that did it. It was a good movie.
I hadn't seen it. I people who told me that they weren't happy about it. I was just like,
I like the sci-fi aspect of it. It's illusion world, like illusions, like what's really around you and stuff.
But yeah, I want. And I don't know how old Hugh Laurie is today. I know he's a bit older since he did House, but I loved House.
And Black Adler.
Blackadder.
Is,
But
is Hugh Laurie Dr. House?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And also, yeah, I saw him first as Jasper in 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, I think he would be great.
He's
I
he's
loved him
always.
in Blackadder.
He's 66 years old.
Oh,
Actually,
okay. That's
he's
it.
gonna be 67. He's born June 11th, 1959.
Melanie, I can't get over that Peter Davison is actually older than Peter Capaldi. I just can't get over that. I was like, how, when, how, why? I
We're getting
Hugh
old,
Laurie.
lad.
Right. I love Hugh Laurie.
let's
Of course, he's done comedy. He's done tragedy. He was brilliant in House. He's brilliant in Blackadder. And I always call it the Hugh Laurie effect. He's the guy that you've always seen as the background character in almost every movie. But now he got House, and he became a worldwide name. But he already has the acting chops, and I'm like,
He also has albums out too.
Yeah, he does music. He's a
Yeah, that's what I'm
jazz
saying.
musician.
It's like him and Capaldi together. Oh my God, that would be cool.
I wasn't surprised if they've done it yet.
He got he got the Hollywood Walk of the Star on Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2016. Like he's also got the official Order of the British Empire, the OBE, and he's got a CBE as well. I mean, come on, guys. Maybe this will be the Doctor. Finally.
At least for Christmas, that'd be great.
I think he's one of those that like it would be great, but it's like the price tag, man. You know, it's one of them. It's just like with Idris Elba and Benedict Cumberbatch and all these. It's like I would love if any of those guys were the Doctor, but it's just like I don't know that they would take the paycheck that the BBC would give them.
I don't think it's just the. I don't think it's the paycheck. I think it's the scheduling, because every time I've heard somebody, you know, why'd you leave Doctor Who? And it's just like, well, did you see what they do to you? And this set, they always like run them ragged. So I think it's the scheduling that you know ultimately ends up, you know, this is way too much. And yeah, you're right. Once they get touch with Hollywood money, like Matt Smith has gotten with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan. Yeah. God. Yeah. Karen Gillan. Anybody who gets the Hollywood money, they're gone.
Yeah, it's a blend of both. It's the you want me to work how much for only how much?
Yeah.
And you're just trying to secretly drop that Jumanji 3 is coming out because they just finished taping.
With like Karen Gillan?
They just finished taping.
And Kevin Hart and all those guys.
Yeah,
I think The Rock's in it too, right?
Yeah. Well,
so yeah, she's working hard in Hollywood.
I would never say never, because David Tennant always comes back to Doctor Who in one form or fashion. And even I didn't think he was going to go do Big Finish, and he did Big Finish. So
David's got kids to feed.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
The medical insurance.
That is true. I know. What has he got? 4 kids with?
He's 5.
Jeez.
She had one prior, and then he had 4 with her. Yeah.
Then his son will be the Doctor in the near future. So
there you go.
Did you guys know in Broadchurch? You know, if you guys watch Broadchurch, but there's like 3 actors who have played the Doctor in that show, which is crazy because you had Jodie in that show.
You
had
had
David,
one,
and then you had David Bradley as well, who ended up playing the first Doctor. So
that's true. And then you have a companion with Arthur Darvill.
Oh, I didn't know he was in that.
Yeah,
I guess he was. That was him, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That's another show that didn't do good when they.
Connection there is the first Doctor.
You were saying, Melanie, it was like Grace Point, right? You were talking about.
Yeah, when they did Grace Point, that was another show that they tried porting over, and it just didn't work. And I'm sorry, David, you're extremely talented, but do not that act.
That was it.
I saw Grace Point. I think I saw Grace Point first, and then I went back and watched Broadchurch, and I'm like, oh, this is better.
Yes,
but I still did like Grace Point though.
I think we should have learned our lesson when I saw the preview for Rex is Not Your Lawyer. I'm like, no, don't let him. Do not let him out there.
Oh, that was such a terror.
Oh,
I've seen those bits.
If anybody gets a chance, Rex is Not Your Lawyer, David Tennant. There are trailers out there for the show that could have been. I'm glad it was all. His accent is just.
You know,
that's why Hugh Laurie is the only good one that could do an accent without, because nobody knew he was British for the longest time.
As a side note about the actors, like when we're picking actors here to play the Doctor, right? And we're looking at them, and it's like when I heard that Jodie Whittaker was going to be the Doctor, I assumed that they were going to give her a more serious role, because if you saw her in, like I said, if you saw her in Broadchurch, it's like, wow, I really wish they would have made her Doctor be like a dramatic Doctor, because I think she could have just like, I think she could have smashed that role absolutely. You know, and I still like the 13th Doctor, but it's just like, you know, it also is dependent on like when you pick a Doctor, it's like if they pick someone and we're like, yay, it's like the showrunner has to have the same vision, because like they could pick Hugh Jackman and make him like like an 11th Doctor type Doctor, and I just don't know that would work. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Jodie can play dark. Jodie can do it. They just didn't really
so good.
They just never gave her a script. And to me, there is a running thing when it comes to the Doctors. It's like the Doctor is always fancy free, looking around, enjoying life, looking at the universe. But when you hit that button, when you push that Time Lord Victorious button, oh boy. And Jodie pulled it off, but they didn't do it.
No, not really.
They were just, I think the focus should have been on Jodie at first, so people could get used to the Doctor, and then you add the companions, or at least had Yaz be the first companion, and then add the others in.
Right. Yeah.
The focus should have been just Jodie, so that everybody could get comfortable about the first female Doctor, and everybody could, people who were on the fence could have said, "Oh yeah, she's a good actress," and then you get people who can write sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done an arc too. I mean, like if she would have been like a more lost and like dark and more like somber and sometimes like intense Doctor, and then like had that arc kind of like Capaldi did. Maybe they were trying not to replicate that, but I think like I just think that would have worked so much better for her, because it's just like, I remember if that scene from Broadchurch where she's like smashing all those glasses in the bar. The first time I watched that, I was like, Jesus,
because
I thought that was gonna be sorry,
because she could do bitter. And just in a bitter and vengeful, but not in this, chewing all the scenery, that kind of way. And I was kind of hoping that we'd see a little bit of that. When we didn't, but I mean, I get it. Maybe even as an actress, she didn't want to be in that dark kind of place where she was,
But that's the Doctor. That's
in Broadchurch.
The Doctor's always under conflict at all times, and
they did give her some. To be
but
fair,
they waited until Flux,
but not enough.
Not enough,
right.
And it didn't really show its head until Flux, and then it was just like, I'm sorry, Chris Chibnall, if you got to spend a whole 10-minute video to explain 6 episodes of Doctor Who, you did wrong. So, but Jodie was in the movie that I really despise, which was Attack the Block, and that was the only good thing about Attack the Block. I'm rooting for Jodie to survive, and like, oh, the kids can die. It's just like, I want Jodie to survive, but she was dark. She was, I wouldn't say sinister, but she held her ground against the gang that was trying to break into her room and force her to do work that was off the clock. And then she had to deal with the monsters. I'm like, I'd rather focus on Jodie's character than any of the gang members. That was
right. And can you imagine, Christian, if she would have brought that kind of energy, like when facing against like Sasha Dhawan's master, like if they would have let the two of them do that, like, oh, that would have been like, that would have been fan. I mean, I still really like I said, I like Jodie. I did still squeal when I saw her in the spoiler, but so I still can fanboy a little bit, but it's like, man, just letting those two actors work off of each other with that energy would have been like, chef's kiss.
Well, we're coming up to the end of the show. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Did anybody have any last minute thoughts? I know we have a lot in the chats, and I'm sorry we didn't get to them, but oh God, that's cute. That was cute.
That's who should be the next Doctor, Snoopy.
No, when they do the CB babies, when they do that should be, those should be the,
No. No.
Maybe.
Yes.
Never mind. Sure, yes. Skeletor. Yes. We'll have Skeletor. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go over where you can meet us. Again, we will be at Space Coast Comic-Con, taking place June 20th through the 21st, Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget, it's going to be at the Wickham Park Community Center, located on Leisure Way in Melbourne, Florida. Get your tickets now at spacecoastcomiccon.com. Also, we are in discussions with this, but I got a new poster up there, Epic Verse. Epic Verse Fan Con, and that is Friday, August 21st, and then Saturday the 22nd. This is first convention for us, and we are hoping that at least one Dalek will show up. Free admission, free parking, tons and tons of fun, and the most respectable thing about this convention, it is a safe space for everybody. I mean, they really put on their posters, hey, don't screw around, have a great time, everybody's invited. And again, this is free parking, free admission. You gotta come out.
Where?
It is taking place in, let me get the info, sorry. August 24th, Northland Church in Longwood, Florida, located off of 522 Dog Track Road. Whether you're a collector, a fan, or just someone looking to do some fun, there's something here for everyone. at Epicverse. And again, this is going to be the first time we've gone to this convention, and we're hoping either Hal or Nelson will be able to show up for there. And last but not least, Melanie, they stole our picture.
What? I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out where Nick Longwood was. Oh, it's in Winter Springs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting near Lake Mary. Sorry.
We will be joining the Daleks of Florida, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS at ancientcitycon.com, September 25th through the 27th. Get your tickets now. Don't forget to book your room as well. Ancient City Con adventure is awaiting. The Daleks of Florida and the Traveling TARDIS will both be there at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort in St. Augustine. I truly, if you've never been to St. Augustine, or I would book your hotel like 2 days more, either after or before, just so you can visit the city. Totally worth it. If you've never been to Ancient City, if you've never been to St. Augustine, it's totally worth just coming in a few days early and going on a ghost tour or the tram tour or whatnot, or go visit the pirates. It's really awesome.
But definitely rent a car, or if you're driving, or the World Golf is a little distance from Old Town, so you have to drive to the other one. But even if it's something that you can Uber, and then Old Town, St. Augustine is extremely walkable.
And just also with the Uber, I would actually pick the Uber, because those parking lots fill up really fast. It can be a nightmare on weekends just to get around St. Augustine. So Uber will be your friend out there. And don't get your tickets now for all the events, and we will be letting you know about upcoming events that are going to be coming up. That was the weirdest crossover I could think. Full circle.
And then some.
It's the circle of life, Simba. So without further ado, thank you, folks. And let's go ahead and just really quick, Rebbe Mamagon, where can they find you?
Here, also with Gadget Pendragon, on our show, Gadget Pendragon After Dark, my personal channel. And for that convention off of Longwood, near Dog Track Road, you go on 1792, you go further down, you'll hit Acme Comics, the biggest comic book store there. So do they still have Doctor Who stuff? You can check, but you can find other things there too. So that's a very good location. So check it out.
Gadget, where can people find you?
Like a bad penny, but Bronx Comic Con in beginning of August, middle August, Anime NYC, working on New York Comic Con, trying to do local conventions here and there and stuff, and also Lulu.com for the books, because this job market sucks. So guys, please pick up your copy of the books. This is about my trip to the UK, and if I found love, this is book 1 of other 3 are in the computer, of a D&D game for kids who have dyslexia, autism, or adults who just want to relearn how to play in an easier way. Just check them out, and I'll be on my show. We're trying to promote it more, Gadget Pendragon After Dark, Gadget Vlogs, and hopefully more things. We were thinking of talking about, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, that it's not a shame to have anything wrong with you, because nobody's perfect. Nobody can be 100%. And if people think they can be 100%, then they are definitely a robot or alleged AI. So but alleged AI is not 100% either. But here or there and stuff. But please, there is a number to call. I know, Christian, you have the number. Unless Reverend, you can get the number up and everything, because
there we go.
Yeah, because guys, this month is the month to take care of yourself, take care of your friends. And like I am, and I know a lot of people can attest to this, I'm an annoying pest. And I will be an annoying pest because I've had too many friends cross that bridge and never come back. So because nobody was there to be the annoying pest. So please just make sure that your friends are okay. They may have demons they are fighting. You never know. Just make sure, if you're in the US, Canada, call 988. If you're in the UK, it's thegoodsamaritans.org, 116123. Just find your local center. There are places to talk and everything. And sometimes if you don't know who to talk to, we could help by connecting you to the right people. But if you do need to talk, call a friend, just be annoying. If you don't hear from somebody, be annoying. Because right now we need to take care of, because too many people are losing this war and with themselves, because social media, everything, like everybody says, it's just a show. It's just this. take care of yourself. You know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I was just thinking it's be annoing and just like, no, I don't have any
I'm a
problems. anymore.
Scorpio. I'm annoying no matter what because I'm an
gonna kill
empath.
Gadget now. She's
No,
being
that's what I'm
annoying.
saying. You got to worry about me. If I go quiet, you know something happened.
Gotcha.
You know?
Speaking of which, Sean, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Our Philosophy Is 9119. I have posted a recent video about AI and what we will do if and when it becomes basically indistinguishable from human output. I don't know what word I was trying to say there.
Sentient.
And then I'm going to be posting another video very soon, which is going to contain, amongst other things, my argument for why Princess Leia is not a damsel in distress. So, if any of that sounds interesting to you, know that my channel is a queer-friendly space, and we talk about sci-fi things and philosophy and all that good stuff. If that sounds good to you, head on over there. Our Philosophy Is 9119. I almost lost it. Thank you very much. Okay.
Doctor, where can people find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook at Lupo Outdoors. My other channel, also on all three locations, is The Orlando Wizard.
Gotcha. Melanie, last but not least, because we love you very much, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Pieces of Melee. Currently, I'm working on 3 murals in the Tampa Bay area. So I'll be doing a lot more like live video, that kind of thing of that. If you want to hear all of my opinions, because and of such of a geek nature, you can find me here more often than not, hopefully, coming up, as you gracefully will have me. You can find me on Earth Station Who on YouTube. You can also find me if you didn't skip through the commercial break, I've been on a couple of Horses on Film where, funny enough, last night we got to go over The Misfits, which was Cary Grant, Marilyn Monroe, and Montgomery Clift. So that one was a fun one.
I'm still bitter I didn't get to do Blazing Saddles with.
I know, I really wanted to do
I
Blazing
was bitter. I was like, why?
One of my favorite Westerns ever is Rio Bravo. So I got to do Rio Bravo. So that makes me extremely happy. And I keep trying to push for 3 mules for Sister Sarah, but we'll see if that happens. Because they're going through like the 100 list. And then lastly is also Happiness Patrol. So we finished up Star Wars. The next one that we're recording is going to be Labyrinth. I believe the last one that they're going to post is Back to the Future. So it's all little movies that make us each happy, and fun. The fun part on this one is a lot of the ones that we chose individually, the others haven't seen. So it's going to get funny. So,
awesome.
ta-da.
And I'll be here with my TARDIS now. Our best friend.
Yay!
So good.
Oh, wait, Christian, I just saw. How much did you pay for that one?
None of your business, sir.
Tell me later because I just found them for a good price.
A woman never tells her his age. Anyway, said folks, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, we should have a show next week. I can't tell you what it is because I have no idea, but that's how we roll. Just keep an eye out on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, don't forget to say goodnight to Simon on the way out. We're all going to do it together before we leave. And until the next adventure, Tony, take us out. Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Good night, Simon.
Good night, Simon.
Tony, take us out.